Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, welcome to my guest. This is Jan Lewis, your host, and today we have Heidi Fowler, the reference librarian over at the Grafton Town Library. Welcome, Heidi.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Many of us, as we went along Route 140 during, has it been the past 2 years?
Yes.
We're wondering when is this going to reopen? It was all refurbished, all redone over. It is absolutely fantastic inside. Heidi, when did it start to be worked on and when did it finally end?
I have notes.
Oh,
so that I can remember.
That's good.
All of the dates.
All right.
Let me see. It was voted to, we voted to build it in 2017, and then we relocated to the North Grafton temporary location at the church in May of 2019, and we held a groundbreaking in November of 2019, and then construction proceeded through the pandemic, and we finished up over the summer and moved in the fall and have been settling in ever since.
It is really something. I mean, has it got 2 or 3 floors?
2.
And they left the original front building.
Yes.
They left that, and then they added on to this.
Yes. There was a part of the building where the books used to live, just past the circulation desk in the original building. There was from the outside, it looked like a little box on the end of the building, and that part had to be removed because the shelving that we had in there was structural. So it was holding up the building, and we couldn't shift it from one place to another to make the aisles handicap accessible.
Yeah.
So it was far more efficient and better to take that part down and rebuild it. So the stuff that's past the blue brick wall is all new, and the stuff when you go through the little archways by the brick wall that's blue, that's what's left of the original building.
I was wondering, what is in the original now? What is that?
That we call the historic reading room, and we have squishy, comfy chairs, and we have the original tables from, I think when the library opened, though don't quote me on it. Yeah. And we have the newspapers and the magazines and the adult graphic novels are all in that room as well.
Yeah. It's amazing because having been used to it for so many years, when was it originally built?
1927.
Gosh, my mom was 6 years old. It's been that long.
Yes.
How long have you been there, Heidi?
2012, March, I think, of 2012.
She also runs the book there. How many? 4 book groups?
5.
There's another one?
I think so. There's the Not Just for Young Adults book club. That is for people who like to read young adult novels. We have the Daytimers book club, which meets in the afternoon, and we might read any sort of adult fiction, mostly fiction, but any genre pretty much. There's the Mystery Book Club, which of course you might guess reads mysteries. There's the Reads Well with Others book club, which is an evening book club that can read pretty much anything, mostly fiction. And there is the Inspirational book club that reads self-help, inspirational type nonfiction.
And they're meeting inside like they did before, obviously in the
Yes, we just started meeting inside, but we're still meeting in the community room so we can space out more.
Is that the big room on the left where the book sale was?
Yes.
Well, that is really something. I went to that. Oh,
it was lovely. Yes.
Did they do well?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
There were a considerable amount of people there for everybody coming back after COVID.
Yes, it was. I thought it was quite hopping.
Yep, and we do have to wear masks like we do here in Upton.
Yes.
And I'll give a little plug for Upton. We're going to have a new library too. And what do you think? About 2 years, Paul? When do you think?
On average, it takes about 2 years to build a new building.
Yeah, probably a couple of years, but it's going to look really, really nice. Now, Heidi is the reference librarian over at Grafton. And boy, if you have any questions at all, she's the woman you want to speak with. And if you want to, not renew, but order a book that maybe they don't have on hand.
Right. Interlibrary loan or borrow from another library, however you want to put it. We can borrow things from other libraries, so you don't have to wait for our copy of something to be in. You can just get the next available copy in our network. And then if our network doesn't have what you're looking for, we can look in the whole state. Patrons can look in the whole state too. It's called the Commonwealth Catalog, and you can log in with your library card and your password, and you can look for stuff there that we don't have in our network. And if you still can't find what you're looking for, even in the Commonwealth Catalog, you can also talk to us, and we can do something called mediated interlibrary loan and try and get it for you from outside of the state. So we have many options.
CWMRs covers how many towns?
150 plus or so. It's from Townsend to Blackstone and all the way west to Pittsfield is what CWMR's network is. Not every single library in that area is a member, but many of them are.
Yeah, it's a good thing because if the library doesn't have what you want, they can order it from another library that's in the system, right? But then again, haven't I heard that they can go out of the system?
Right. We can go within our system first, and then within the whole state, and then outside of the state if necessary.
Now, if you have books to bring back, let's say you went to Grafton Library, but you're going away and but you weren't in the vicinity. I found out that now it's started up again, you can return them at any of the books.
Yes.
Okay, because that was interesting.
Yes. For many, many moons you've been able to. During the pandemic, that was put on hold, but for decades you've been able to check a book out in Grafton, return it in Shrewsbury or Pepperell or Ayr or wherever you happen to be. Yeah. If it's a CWMR's library, it will find its way home. And most generally, if it's a full member of CWMR's, it'll get checked in at that library that you dropped it off at, be off your record, and it can take its own sweet time getting home. You can also, say you're in Boston for the day and you stop by the library and you get your library card, free to Massachusetts residents, and you check out a book. Well, you're thinking, I'm not going to be back in Boston for a while. How am I going to get this home?
Yeah.
I don't want to drive all the way back there.
No.
Drop it off at any library in the state. Any public library that's part of an automated network is connected to our courier service, and they will be able to get it home. They won't be able to check it in until it gets back to its home network.
Right.
So you have to keep that in mind.
I know that the courier fellow that I've met, does he go to all of the libraries? He really works. Oh my goodness. He's like, how does he do that? I mean, he's constantly lifting books and the little...
They have routes.
Yeah.
One person can't possibly do it all.
Yeah.
It's so they have many people.
That you have the what do you call, handicapped entrance.
Yes.
But here he has to lift him down the stairs. That's going away when we have our new library. But it's important, and they've got the new elevators at Grafton Library.
Yes, we do have an elevator now.
Do they get stuck? I hate elevators.
They haven't yet.
They haven't? Oh,
it hasn't yet. Well, elevators are elevators, but...
Yeah. Have you ever gotten stuck in one? I did.
I have not.
Oh, good. Well, you don't want to.
No, I do not.
I know what Grafton Library did a really great thing. I think a lot of the other libraries, too, during the COVID, over at the church in North Grafton that they were using temporarily, they had it so that you could order your book, and then they would have it wrapped up for you, and you could pick it up on the porch or the front entrance.
Yes.
It was great. It really was. It wasn't hard. I mean, it was as if you could still get your books in the library. You're just getting it outside.
Exactly, and we were perfectly happy to help people pick things out if they didn't know what they wanted to read.
Yeah, I know. Here at Upton Library, they had with the downstairs a little room, and that's where you would pick up your wrapped up book with your name on it, or that type of thing. Yeah, I think it was so important not to stop the whole library process, because I think people, one of them, absolutely love it. And every library has its own ambiance.
Yes.
It does. People say,
absolutely.
Well, why would you go to the libraries outside your own little town? I'm like, well, A, I'm close to everyone, and B, they're all a little different. and I know some of the staff at each one. I think that's really important.
That's
If they have
true.
any questions about Grafton Library, how can they reach you?
Well, they can call us at 508-839-4649, or they can go to our website, graftonlibrary.org, or they can email us at info@graftonlibrary.org, or they can talk to us on our Facebook page. Yeah, I think that's it. Or they can come see us in person.
Yeah. Why not? That's
35 Grafton Common.
Yeah. So, when you're going down 140, you're heading for Worcester, but you're going to head towards the Grafton Common. Can't miss it. It's right after Cumbies, right? Cumberland
Yes.
Farms?
Yep.
Right there. And they extended the parking lot quite a
did.
bit.
Yep.
Is that the original parking lot, or did they add on to that?
I believe, my spatial relations are not great, but I believe that the original parking lot that was there is now building, and the parking lot that's there now is completely new.
And I also heard that they have little rooms where you can go and
Study?
study.
Yes.
If you're
Yes.
tutoring someone, you could go in there.
Yep. Yep.
How many do they have?
Let's see. I think there's at least one in the children's room. I think there's 2 in the young adult area. There's the room that's right next to the historical materials room. There is, so on the second floor, the adult area, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on that floor.
That's good.
Yes.
People, like, what if I've tutored someone or whatever? Some libraries don't have that.
No, it is a very useful tool. It can help people who have group projects and they don't want to be interrupting other people who are using the library for other things, or for tutoring, or for taking tests, or for if you have a Zoom meeting with somebody and you don't want the whole world to be in on the meeting. There's a reservation form on our website. Under reserve, there's a drop-down menu, and you can choose reserve a room, and then read our policy, and you can go through the process of requesting it for a specific date and time.
Now, something that caught my attention, Heidi knows, back in April or May, I know you had to have it in by May, they had the Mind, Body, and Spirit Community Art Quote Project. This was a fantastically fun thing. You went and you got it was like a little canvas, right?
Yes.
Blank canvas. And you did it anywhere you want. You decorated it anywhere you wanted to. And I took that literally. I've spent quite a while on it. Did you see mine at all?
I think I did, but it's been such a long time I no longer remember.
So it's going to be, where is it going to be placed? All of
I
these?
believe it's all of the artwork is going to hang in the community room, but we have odds and sods that aren't quite done yet, which includes the hanging system for that
Yeah,
room.
right.
The pandemic has definitely affected how we've been able to finish up the last bits of the library, so we're still waiting on that. And once that system is installed, then we can assess when we're going to have the show.
I was trying to think, everybody had the same square. How many people got in on it? Do you remember?
I want to say that there were 3 boards worth of participants, but again, don't quote me on it.
It's going to be interesting.
But quite a
to
few
see.
people participated.
Yeah, and they're all different.
Absolutely.
Everybody's all ages.
Yes.
I was trying to figure out then, how on earth are they going to put all of those together as a quilt?
Well, you will just have to wait and see.
I'm thinking, well, maybe they use Gorilla Glue and do it on each side. I think that's going to be cool.
I think it will be too.
Whose idea was this? Yours? It sounds
No, it was not my idea at all.
No?
It was, I believe the idea was discussed at a staff meeting, and I do not remember who exactly came up with the idea, but Beth Galloway, our library director, wanted to do something, to connect with the community, and one of our staff members, Allison Picone, I probably butchered her last name, I'm sorry, Allison.
So it was a conference about the community.
It was a staff meeting,
Yeah.
and the idea came up, and Allison was kind enough to shepherd the program
Yeah.
and, source the materials and work on, I believe she was responsible for the poster and
Yeah.
all of that.
Heidi, if you haven't noticed, is dressed as Santa's elf, right? If I got that right? Because
Whatever.
I don't know if you can see the stockings. Paul, I don't know if you can zero in on those, but she did this up. She really did. Hang in there. Let's see if we can't get a shot of this, because a lot of thought goes into her outfits. She is terrific. You can go in the library anytime. She's probably got something different on. And it's appropriate. Could be for a book group. Could be, Santa Claus time coming. Can you see those stockings? And the little pointed shoes.
Yes, I have actual rubber elf shoes in the car, but I felt my costume looked a little more Mrs. Claus, upper echelon elf, whatever. So I decided maybe no.
We saw her walking across the parking lot. I said, "That's Heidi. I know that's Heidi because she dresses." Do you light up or that's?
Oh yeah.
You're kidding. I just thought maybe.
Yeah, I think I had them on. And they do that, and they do that, and they do solid. But when they're solid, they don't look as on as when they're blinking.
Were those for a real tree, or where are you finding?
Oh no, there's just a necklace.
It's a necklace.
Yeah.
Okay. How cute is that?
There's a little battery pack.
Now, are you wearing the outfit through till Christmas over there?
All kinds of things. Different every day.
I bet the kids love this.
They might.
Oh,
Sometimes.
definitely, definitely. So we've been talking with Heidi Fowler, and she is a reference librarian over at the Grafton Public Library, which is at, do you call it Main Street or 140?
I call it 140, but I'm not from the area, so I have no idea what everybody else calls it.
What is your, you have a commute. You're up
Yes.
near Townsend?
Yes.
And you have, that's good memory. And then.
Yes, well done.
Yes. And you have about, what, 45-minute commute?
Hour. It's an hour. A solid hour.
Both ways.
Yep, but it's lovely because the trip is nice,
You like it?
I could be driving an hour on 128, so
Ugh.
I think goodness that 140 is a delightful road to drive an hour on.
So you take
pretty
it all
much.
the way down 140?
Pretty much. I go 140 to West Boylston and then 190.
Doesn't 140 go up, or is that 70? Goes up through, shoot.
I think 70 goes through Lancaster.
Lancaster
And,
and Clinton.
yeah.
I've been that way. I know
Yeah.
my son was in a private school up there, and we used to come down, just get on, 70 to 140, and you're in Shrewsbury, and you're almost home.
Yep.
It's a nice trip. It's not brought it down. You brought some notes with you. What haven't we covered that you can think
Let's
of?
see. The ribbon cutting for the building is going to be next Friday in the morning, Friday the 17th at 11 o'clock. So anyone who would like to attend that, I believe it will be outside, hovering around the front door. Well, the door to the parking lot entrance, I imagine, because there's more space there, and
Yeah.
the grass hasn't grown in the front yet. So I'm sure that will be the side that it's on, and it'll be in the community room if it's yucky.
If it's yucky, yeah, if it's raining.
Yeah.
Community room, no problem. Just, do you call that your front door now, where the parking lot is?
I think a lot of people think of it as the front door, but
Yeah.
I don't know what the official folks think.
Yeah.
We were just able to open the common side door
Yeah.
on Sunday when we had Grafton Celebrates the Holidays. We were open to the public from 12 to 4,
Yeah.
and we had kids activities, crafty activities in the community room, and people were welcome to tour the building and partake of the Friends of the Library book bundles and Christmas ornament. Oh, I should have brought one of the Lego ornaments with me.
You made a Lego ornament?
Allison Kusher, who is brilliant with figuring out all the different parts
Yeah.
to make Lego things,
Yeah.
she was able to source all of the bits and pieces to make this little library-shaped creature when you're done. And the Friends of the Library are selling them, I believe, for $25 as a fundraiser for the Friends of the Library. And when you're done making it, you have this cute little library.
How about those of people who don't really understand Legos? Is it just for the kids or for everybody?
Oh, it's for anyone who's interested. And the instructions are on the Friends of the Library website, and how to build it. And there's still some left over, so if people are interested in stocking stuffers or gifties of whatever,
Yeah.
they can stop on by. We also still have some book bundles, and yeah, it was quite fun, and we had 640 odd people come visit the
wow.
library on Sunday. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
So how many again?
640, I think.
Now, do you still have the program? I know I used to go in the old library and see the kids a lot. Was it on Saturday? They had a Lego program?
Oh, yes. I don't think that we have recommenced that yet. We're slow but steady getting back into doing library programming in person.
And the children's room is upstairs.
No,
No?
it's downstairs. Youth services are on the same floor as the parking lot entrance. So you just go through the lobby and down the hallway next to the stairs, straight in, and the young adult room is right in front of you, and the children's room is off to the left just a little bit.
I didn't notice. I walked past the elevators, and I thought it opened up into the big adult room.
No,
So the
that's
children's
upstairs.
room and the adult room are there.
No, the adult room is upstairs. If you go straight up the stairs,
Yeah.
it opens
Oh.
out into the big room.
Okay.
And the elevator is at the top of the stairs, so
Yeah.
maybe when you went in the elevator, it felt like you
Yeah.
were in one place, but you were in the other.
So the young adult and the children are
Mhm.
all on the first floor. You
Yes.
go in.
Yes.
So to get to the adults, you can get on your elevator, you,
just-
can walk
yeah.
up. What else is up
Exactly.
on the second?
The meeting spaces, the large print and new materials room. That's the side that faces Upton as you're coming in, and it faces the parking lot.
Yeah.
And looks like a version of the original building.
Yeah.
And then there's the what am I thinking of? The historic room where we keep all of our documents and history stuff and our yearbooks and town reports and all of
Yeah.
that, and the meeting space next to it, and the circulation borrower services area,
Yeah.
and fiction and nonfiction, and the historic reading room.
Sci-fi.
Yes, sci-fi.
Okay.
Yes.
They all.
The
We were just talking
administrative
about this
offices.
before the show started. That I don't know. A lot of libraries are doing this now. I, for one, hated it in the beginning. Absolutely. When you check in and check out your books, you go to this machine, and then it's easier now. Go there. If you have a pile of books you want to take out, it's easy, right?
Oh,
You
it is.
just zip,
It's
zip.
easy and fun.
And then when you bring them back, you just go over and put it under this thing, and it goes zoop. It eats it, right? The book goes in the thing.
You put it in, and it goes in on a conveyor belt, and it takes it to where it needs to go.
The first time I saw that was at the New Shrewsbury
Yes.
Library.
Yep.
And boy, there were a number of people lining up to go to the desk the old-fashioned way.
Mm-hmm.
And they were not happy. But I think gradually they were kind enough, as they are at Grafton Library, to show people, just walk you through it, show you how you do it. And in the end,
It's a nice option.
It is. It's really good. Heidi, again, how can they reach you over at the Grafton Library?
You can come in person, 35 Grafton Common, or you can call us, 508-839-4649, or email us at info@graftonlibrary.org, or look at our Facebook page.
Stop by.
Yep. Or look at our website, graftonlibrary.org.
Anything coming up during this December? What's coming up besides the ribbon cutting on the 17th?
There's the story time in the children's room for various age groups, and the book clubs, and there might be something going on. What you should do, don't trust my memory, go to graftonlibrary.org and look at our events calendar, and it lays out all the stuff that's going on.
I know. I love that thing called Wow Library.
Wowbrary, yep.
I get that every Wednesday from Grafton. There's I don't know how I got on the Oxford list, but I get the Grafton one, and it shows you like different popular books that have come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, doesn't it also cover your activities too?
Sometimes.
How do people
But
get on that?
we have Wildberry. You can sign up. I think there's a link on our website. and it will give you a newsletter that tells you what new things that we've added to our collection, and I believe you can tailor it for things. If you have an interest only in one specific subject, then you can do that, or you can get to see everything. You can also sign up for an electronic newsletter. We have one that's a general newsletter, one that's for the children's room, and one that's for the young adult room. And you can sign up for those on our website, and if anyone ever has any trouble signing up for any of that stuff, please call us or come in or email us at info@graftonlibrary.org, and we can help you.
Before we close, I wanted to mention something kind of nifty. I was over at Northborough Library. I hadn't been there in a long time. It was up in the area, and I went in there, and there was like these questionnaire little pieces of paper there, and I looked at it, and it was, if you want to fill it out, you can. What kind of books are your favorites? And what they do is they email you with what you're interested in, giving you choices on that. I've never seen that.
We do have a form like that too. We call it, I think, GPL Concierge, and you can fill it out, and it's an online form, and you can email it to us, and then based on what you asked for, we can try and find you things that you'll like.
I love that. I know that. Yeah, I was in the adult section because I saw the sci-fi, and I love Robert Parker. So I had to have been upstairs.
Yes.
Okay, now I can kind of remember walking up there. Okay, I got that now. It's a beautiful library, and if you don't miss it, go over to the Grafton Public Library. And we're coming soon in Upton. We're going to have ours too. Thank goodness. Shrewsbury got a new one. Quite a while ago, they did over the Northborough one. Mendon, they got moved. Yep, they were a tiny little thing, and then they went into a bigger thing. So it's kind of getting cool that the libraries are getting bigger now. I love that.
Yes,
Thank you, Heidi, for being with us.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting us.
We'll see you next time and be my guest.
Riding on a shooting star, heading out toward a dream. Tomorrow's even closer than it seems.